Very good afternoon to you all. Let me welcome all of you to this webinar conducted by Infinity PMC Solutions on the topic Qualitative and Quantitative Risk Analysis in Oracle Primavera Cloud. Kindly please switch off your audio and video to save the bandwidth. And also, if you have any queries, please drop in the chat box so that we can address it in the Q&A session. Thank you. Let me introduce myself. My name is Jayalakshmi. I'm currently working as a senior functional consultant at Infinity PMC Solution. I have a post-graduation in construction engineering and management and have a hands-on experience in project management and coordination, and also have trained more than 250 plus students in the career. I have software skills like Oracle Primavera Cloud, Primavera P6 PPM and EPPM, MS Project, Oracle Primavera Unified, etc. Generally, I provide functional support for planning and scheduling in infrastructure projects in India and internationally, varying in domain like high-rise buildings, commercial buildings, defense projects, etc. Some of the clients that I had handled is GE Vernova, Skytech Infrastructures, Infopark Kochi, Smart City Kochi, Indian Medical Association, Kerala Chapter, etc. Let me speak about today's agenda. First, I'll just introduce my company, Infinity PMC Solutions.
Lakshmi, sorry to interrupt. Actually, your screen is not changing. It is still on the first slide. And it is not in the presentation mode also.
Now, I just shifted it from the presentation mode. Okay, let me check. I guess now.
Yes, it is moved to agenda slide. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now let me. Today's agenda is like I will be initially introducing my company, Infinity PMC Solutions. Then I will just introduce about Oracle Primavera Cloud. Then risk management in project. Then general risk analysis methodologies. Then how the Oracle Primavera Cloud can be used as a risk management tool. We'll be focusing on the quantitative and qualitative risk analysis, mainly two methods that are impact probability metrics and Monte Carlo analysis. Then I'll give a demo on how these two analysis, Monte Carlo and the impact probability metrics, is done inside Oracle Primavera Cloud. Then towards the conclusion, I'll just give an introduction, conclude about by telling IPMCS offerings and solutions, and we will have a Q&A session. Let me start with introducing my company, that is Infinity PMC Solutions. So Infinity PMC Solutions has been in the industry for more than 20 plus years now, and we had trained about 200 plus batches in corporates and institutions, and also had handled the projects in more than 150 plus projects in EPC, architecture, infrastructure, oil and gas, and power plant. We are mainly partnered with the OEMs like Construct Connect, Oracle, Nomitech, F&D, and Bexel. They provide us with softwares like Oracle provide us with the Primavera, Construct Connect, PlanShift, Nomitech, Cost OS, RIB Costex, F&D Power Project, and Bexel Manager. Let us have a brief look what these softwares do. Oracle Primavera is mainly used as a planning and scheduling tool. Power Project is also can be also used for planning and scheduling, but mainly focused on risk management and 40 BIM solution. RIB Costex, PlanShift, and Cost OS are estimation and 5D BIM tools. ArcGIS is mapping and analyzing solution, and the Bexel Manager can be used for 70 BIM solutions. Let me start the webinar with the Oracle Primavera Cloud. Let me define Oracle Primavera Cloud. As the Oracle Primavera Cloud is a cloud-based mobile-ready solution.
Jayalakshmi,
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Again, it is stuck in the agenda slide. Yes, now it is changed. Yes.
Sorry, guys. I think there is some network issue here. Really sorry. Okay. About Oracle Primavera Cloud. So Oracle Primavera Cloud is a cloud-based mobile credit solution which optimizes and integrates critical processes, scope, schedules, post data, and documents across the organization. It is mainly used for planning and managing and executing the project. It can be used for a variety of large and small projects in industries ranging from construction to manufacturing, energy, and IT. This single tool provides us with portfolio management, schedule management, cost management, file management, and risk management modules. And also it provides us with the mobile offerings. Today, we will be focusing on the risk management module of Oracle Primavera Cloud. Management. I hope the slide is changing, sir.
Sorry, it's still in the 10th slide.
Is it in risk management?
No.
No, I think some issue with the presentation mode. Then I will move without the presentation maybe. So risk management. We will be having a poll on screen now. How risk management is done in your organization? Kindly please answer that one. Kindly post your post.
Yes. Poll has started actually. Yeah, Jalashmi, you received the poll result?
Yes, I got it.
Yeah.
So I think most of the people are using some risk management tool. Actually, we have a 50-50 poll, but yeah, somebody is using the risk management tool and somebody is using the conventional method. But I am happy to know that everyone is familiar about the risk management tools available. So let us understand before getting into the risk management, let us understand what is risk. So risk is basically the uncertainties that is happening. We are not sure about which it will occur or not. That is the uncertainty. So risk is defined as any kind of uncertainty. This can be in a positive. This can be in a positive or a negative. Its impact can be positive or negative. I think now the slide is changing, right? I am not in the presentation mode anyway. Now we are in what is risk slide. Yes, yeah. This uncertainty, any kind of uncertainty happening can be termed as a risk. And this risk can have a positive or negative impact. So the positive risks are generally termed as opportunity and the negative risks are generally termed as threats. We will be mostly discussing about the positive threats only. So the types of risk. We can have two types of risk. That is, one is internal risk and the second one is external risk. Internal risk mainly focuses on the risk that is happening inside an organization. External risk are like external factors which due to which the risk is arising. Which can be broadly termed as external risk can be economical, like a global economy or the state economy or the country's economy or whatever. Then the political risk. Then we have natural risk like landslides or floods or anything. Then there is internal risk. Give me a moment. I'm really sorry. Some technical issue is happening. I'm really sorry about that. Give me a moment. think now my screen is visible.
Yes, Jayalakshmi, it's visible now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is in present at board now. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes. So we were discussing about types of risk, internal and external risk. Now the slide is also changing, right, sir? Just for the confirmation. The economical, political, natural, I mean, that slide now.
Hello? Yeah, it's working now. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much. Sorry for the inconvenience happening. I'm really sorry for that. Yeah, let us resume. Now, the external risk can be like economical, political, or natural. Economical, like the country's economy or the global economy, the political status of this country or the state or the even the local government. And the natural risk can be like the flood or a landslide or anything like that, earthquakes, etc. Internal risks are arising from the inside the organization, like a technological risk that can be a new innovation that is being introduced into the organization, and financial risk like related to funds or like that, and the human risk can be human errors or the accidents happening, etc. Now, what is risk management? The risk management is the process of identifying, analyzing, and responding to any risk that arises over the life cycle of a project to help the project team to track and meet its goal. Risk management is inseparable from cost, schedule, and quality of the project. So, therefore, identifying the risk, recognizing their potential impact, and devise response strategies are critical in project management. The main steps in risk management are first one is risk identification. So we can identify the risk by discussing it with the different peoples that can be within the team members, within the laborers, or the local people around. So this discussion will help us, like the people in the experienced people inside the team can bring up with the risk that they identified out of their experience. When we discuss it with the local people, we could identify the nature of the land around the site, and also the nature of climate or weather that is happening in this site. We can develop a Q&A session, Q&A questions like that can be distributed among the locals, especially. The questions can be like, how long does it rain in this area, or like how many years before the last landslide has occurred. That will help the local people to answer the questions more, and we will be able to identify the risk, identify and prioritize the risk more easily. The next step in risk management is risk analysis. So regarding risk analysis, there we have two methods, that is qualitative risk analysis and the quantitative risk analysis. We will be discussing more on qualitative and quantitative risk analysis in the coming slides. And the next one is risk response. Once a risk is occurring, how we are going to respond to that risk. That is what a risk response basically means. We have four methods to respond, four kinds of response: accept, avoid, reduce, and transfer. Accept is simply what we are accepting the risk, like once we have identified it, and we will be preparing ourselves to meet this risk, and we will be prepared ourselves for the risk impact. If the risk is very small and its impact is negligible, we may not be taking any measures, and that is called risk acceptance. And if we can have some contingency reserve, like in terms of cost, in terms of money or time, we can do that for reducing that impact of risk. Next step is avoid. When we think about avoiding the risk, it is like we will be eliminating the chances of occurrence of that risk. Like we will be completely eliminating the threats entirely. So, like for example, we can use some proven technology instead of some new technology, so that the technological risk can be avoided. And the last one is not last one. Next one is reduce the risk or mitigate the risk. Reduce or mitigate. Reduce or mitigate is basically we will be reducing the probability of occurrence of that risk. We can't avoid it completely, but can reduce the probability of occurrence of that risk. For example, we can conduct more tests and inspections so that the accidents or anything can be avoided, or the risk related to quality can be reduced, and we can choose some stable supplier so that sudden price fluctuations can be mitigated to an extent. Yes. Now the transfer of risk, the last one. So in the transfer of risk, we will be shifting the impact of risk to another third party. This can be mainly used to avoid the cost impact. We can, for example, we can take some insurance for the workers so that the accidents, if any accidents can be happened in the site, that will become covered by this insurance company, insurance taken for them. Or it can be, we can input some contractual terms so that like we can provide some subcontractors, so the entire risk is transferred to the subcontractor. These are some methods. These are the responses that we can take when when we identify some risk. And the last one is monitoring. Monitoring is when we, even if the risk is mitigated or reduced or avoided, we have to consider continuously monitor this risk. And towards the end of the project, we will be doing some risk audit, and we may be making some documents based on the risk, how we responded to it, and how the risk impacted on the project in terms of schedule, cost, and quality. And also the various and trend analysis will be done, and all these documents will be saved so that it can be used in the future reference also. Now the risk analysis. Let us move in deep into the risk analysis. There are two types of risk analysis: qualitative analysis and quantitative analysis. Qualitative analysis is mainly a subjective judgment in determining the probability of a risk occurring and its impact to an organization. So it focuses on understanding the risk nature, characteristics, and its potential impact. Therefore, the analysis may include surveys, diagram kind of research, and comparative study, etc. This is completely based on a person's perspective, how he is seeing that risk. He can rank the risk from low to high, based on its chances of occurrence, and low to high based on its impact also. And when it comes to quantitative analysis, it is actually a numerical projection of the total impact of risk on the project goals, such as schedule, cost, etc. It helps organization to determine whether project can be a success or not. It will give us some numerical values. Methods that uses the qualitative and quantitative analysis. The qualitative analysis methods are probability impact matrix, decision tree analysis, Delphi method, bow-tie analysis, SWOT analysis, etc. There are more methods. Then quantitative analysis like a 3-point estimate, sensitivity analysis, expected monetary value, failure mode and defect analysis, Monte Carlo analysis, etc. Today we will be focusing on probability impact matrix and Monte Carlo analysis. One is probability impact matrix. So probability impact matrix or probability risk matrix is a visual tool depicting potential risk affecting the business. The risk matrix is developed based on how the likelihood of risk to occur, is the probability of a risk to occur, and its impact. It is generally based on how likelihood this risk can occur, most likely or rare, and its impact insignificance or very severe impact. This example is a 5x5 matrix of the probability 5x5 matrix. The matrix can be up to 9.9 also. The second one is Monte Carlo analysis, which will falls on a quantitative analysis, that is will give us a numerical values. The Monte Carlo analysis is a risk management technique which project managers use to estimate the impact of various risks on the project cost and the project timeline. Using this method, one can easily find out what will happen to the project schedule and cost in case any risk occurs. The output is not like a single value, but it will be like a probability curve in which the cost and the schedule will vary. This is an example for Monte Carlo curve. Yes. Now, OPC as a risk management tool. Oracle Primavera Cloud provides both qualitative and quantitative risk analysis capabilities. It will help us to identify and prioritize the potential threats and opportunities that exist for your project or program. Its key features are it have a risk register to capture risk. Then we can prioritize the risk based on the risk scoring criteria. And we can develop risk response actions, and we can compare the risk response, the impact of risk before exposure and after exposure. Then track project risk exposure, and there will be probability impact metrics that can be configured to the project. Let me show you how this can be done in OPC. So now I am in my OPC Oracle Primavera Cloud screen. I think it is visible.
Yes, Lakshmi.
Yeah. So now I have preloaded one project which is named as Kuhn's Med Villa, which is a simple villa project. I had created this as a simple project with only 10 activities. And we have two WBS, which is a substructure and a superstructure, and 10 activities. I already had included a bit of the start date and finish date of the project is also available here. So here we can see the critical path. All activities are linked with FS relation, and since therefore all the activities will fall in the critical is a critical activity. Now we have the start date and the finish date of each activity with us. Yes, so the basic schedule is with us. Now let us move on to the risk analysis of this project. In Primavera, Oracle Primavera Cloud, it is like we can have two kinds of risk. First one is activity uncertainty, and the second one is risk events. Activity uncertainty is like when we have a difficulty in predicting how long it will take an activity to complete. That is what activity uncertainty means. Like we won't be able to correctly determine the start date and the end date of end date of an activity, or it is like we can't correctly determine the duration of an activity. In that case, what we will do, we will define a range of duration. For that, we have an option called activity uncertainty, apply activity uncertainty option inside Oracle Primavera Cloud. So this is the activity uncertainty cloud window or activity uncertainty window. So an activity uncertainty can be applied to either all the activities or some filtered activities or only to the selected activities. All activity means the same criteria will be applied to all activities. Selected activities means we can have a separate criteria for separate activities. Yes. And the distribution shape can be like triangle, uniform, or none. Generally, the triangle is like we will be having three values, one minimum value, one maximum value, and one most likely value. When it comes to uniform, it is like only two values, one minimum value and one maximum value. In between, our actual value will be floating. So currently for this webinar, I'll be just choosing the old and the distribution shape as uniform. I'll be applying the same criteria for all the activities. Now, about the minimum duration and the maximum duration. So this is mainly, we will be focusing on the percentage of remaining duration. It is like a minimum duration like 90% and a maximum duration like 130%. That is what it is meaning. For example, let me put you a scenario like if I have a activity with 10 days of duration, minimum duration is like 9 days, that is 90%. Maximum duration is like 13 days, that is 130%. It is customizable. This is the value that is already coming with this is like default values. I can change it according to my wish. And like my judgment, and just click on apply. And the activity uncertainty is now calculating, and we will get the notification once the activity uncertainty is being done. So here I have the notification. Yes. Now, for viewing what happened, let me change the layout or the view to the risk layout. I am adding 2 columns. I already made it as a layout, therefore I am using that one. We'll have a minimum duration, most likely duration, and a maximum duration columns, which can be inputted from the view itself. I already had made it as a layout, so I'm using that. And here we can see the minimum duration and the maximum duration for each activity. Since I selected all, each activity is being calculated here. This is what the activity uncertainty. This is how we will be providing activity uncertainty. That is which means that this activity, earthwork and excavation, can be the minimum duration is 3 days, and it can be extended up to 4 days. Like the actual duration will be in between 3 and 4 days. Now let us move on to the second type, that is risk events. Risk events are like external events that can impact the project. So for capturing the risk events, like all the risks that we had discussed, like external and internal risk, will be falling on the risk events. The risk events can be captured using a risk register. Before starting with the risk register, we have to assign a impact metrics or score metrics to the project so that the risk scores can be calculated. So the risk score that can be risk metrics can be like configured with the project by here in dictionaries we have risk matrices. And here this is the risk matrix. This is a 5x5 matrix. This is a preloaded matrix inside our OPC, like a default one. One can create their own template and their own color codes also. Currently, I will move on with the risk, the preloaded risk impact matrix. This is this one. You can just click on assign. This is already assigned now. You can just click on assign, and you can and the risk matrix will be assigned to the project. This risk now currently I am assigning this risk score matrix into the project. It can be assigned in the workspace level also. We are doing a change inside Oracle Primavera Cloud. Always remember to refresh the page, otherwise the change that we had done will not be reflected. Now, here I have the risk module, and the first option is the risk register. So I already had added 3 risks into this project. So regarding risk, when like I already said, the risk can be positive or negative. The positive risks are called opportunity, and the negative risks are called threats. And here we have one more risk option, that is called weather. Threat, opportunity, and weather. Today I will be focusing on the threat and the weather options only. We won't be discussing on the opportunity. Yes. Now let me add one risk. Now, for example, I am going to add a risk as like there is a chance of waterlogging in my foundation. Waterlogging in the trenches, right? Okay. So now I had inputted like waterlogging in the trenches. In this current project, no post is loaded. So today we will be focusing on the schedule impact only. Okay. Now, here I have the pre-response probability, which I can select it as what is the probability that this risk can occur. That is the pre-response probability. The medium probability. And once this occurs, what will be its impact on the schedule? If it occurs, it can have a very high impact on the schedule. So this is what we are doing in the like this course that is fetched from the score metrics that we had already assigned. Now about post response. The same can be done in here also. So based on the responses that we had provided, this is already selected 40 to 60% as the probability of occurrence. And now I can input some response actions here, like if this risk is occurring, what will be my response to this one? My response action is like I will be adopting before even starting the project. I can adopt some dewatering techniques. Then the start date and the finish date are not mandatory. Then I can provide the actual cost here, but today I'm not mapping the cost here, cost. Okay. So after providing with some the response actions, I can go to the probability and the response. Once the dewatering the is given, the probability will be reduced to very low, and the schedule impact also will be very low. Now the schedule impact is also selected, since it is selected very low, the maximum is like 5 days. You can do the fine tuning here if you want. I'm just leaving it as it is. Now, since the cost is not loaded, I'm not mapping any cost. Yes. Now I can add the activities which this risk can impact. Just click on assign, and I will get all the activities here. So this will be mainly affected by the earthwork in excavation. I can add this activity and set. Yes, that activity is also added. So this is how we will be adding an external risk. Now, if I will be going to add some other risk, that is, let us add one weather risk. For example, now the rain is already added here. Now let me add a chance of flood. This is a chances. Now, I'll be selecting this flood as a weather risk. Once it is selected as the weather risk, all the tolerance pages here, all the tolerance columns here became inactive. Because the weather risk will be always be treated as the working time uncertainty. Like once the weather risk is occurring, we will be treating it as during this time of occurrence, we won't be able to work. Now here there will be a weather window which will become active. And I can name it as, I can add in the flood itself, I can add different time periods for the flood. Currently, I'll be adding only one time period, that is flood period of start. This project is from 1st of December to the March, it is happening. So I'll be like adding the last week of January maybe. For instance, distribution shape, I will be choosing it as uniform. And the finish date is like 30th of January. Error message has come. Oh, sorry, it is 30th of September. 30th of January. Now, it is like most likely days or maximum days. Minimum days and maximum days. If this flood occurs, how many days that we lose our work? That is what this minimum and the maximum days implies to. Minimum I'll lose work up to 2 days, and the maximum I can lose work up to 7 days. It can be provided by in percentage also here, but currently I'll choose to go with the duration here. Yes, also we had added two kinds of risk, that is flood and waterlogging. Let me save this one. And now we can do the risk analysis. In action, you can run the risk analysis. Here you can have a first analysis and also the comprehensive analysis. The first analysis will be done in comprehensive analysis, we will get more results. Currently, I will move with the custom one, where I can choose all the priorities like iterations and project and all activities, the risk removal impact analysis also I need. Then both the pre and post response risk analysis to be done. Now just run the analysis. We will wait for the analysis to complete. About the first analysis, when we are choosing for the fast analysis, the analysis will be done really fast. When it is a comprehensive analysis, it will take more time. If the project is large also, it can take more time. But if it is taking more time, it will run in the background. In the front end, we can do our own work. Once the notification came in, like the risk analysis is complete, we can go and check with the results. The risk analysis results will be here. Yes, this is the Monte Carlo graph that we get after the risk analysis. This is the finish date, the variation in the finish date that it is showing due to the risk that is happening. So this is this graph. In the side of the graph, we can show the statistics. So the scheduled finish date is 18th March 2024. But this, due to this risk happens, the maximum finish date can be like 1st January 2025. It can be delayed up to 1st January 2025. We can have P10, P90 and a P50 finish here. P10 is like most likely finish, that is 26th Jan 2024, and the pessimistic finish is like 11th Jan 2024, and the P50 finish is like 16th September 2024. These are the analysis that is happening. This score or this one is calculated based on the risk metrics that we had assigned. Similarly, we can have a start date analysis, but due to the risk that I had provided doesn't impact on the start date, so it is showing a rectangular profile. Then about the duration also, here we have the impact on duration, how it will be, this risk will be impacting on the duration, and the statistics are also available here. This is about the pre-response. You can see here, this is about the pre-response. When it comes to post-response, this is the post-response curve that after I am giving some responses to the risk, what will be its impact. So its impact has been reduced on the duration. And when it comes to the finish date also, we can see its impact has been reduced. The date has been brought down to 25th April 2024 after the responses. So this is basically the Monte Carlo analysis happening inside P6. We can have the same analysis in terms of cost also. Then when it comes to the mean impact, it is the activities that is having the delay, that is mainly contributing to the delay. And when you check on the risk removal impact, we can see the main risk that is contributing to the delay, or the schedule impact we can see, or the schedule impact. So this is how basically the Monte Carlo analysis is being done. And the risk metrics, you have the risk iteration analysis. Which will be giving us an idea on how the risk is affecting the schedule in a graphical way. So this is how basically the risk analysis is being done inside the Oracle Primavera Cloud. All these reports, that Monte Carlo report and the pre-response and post-response report, etc., can be printed, which is printable. And we can have the schedule scatter report also, which will be giving us a combination of schedule and post on that report. Now, when it comes to risk register, one more thing. When it comes to the weather risk, we can see the calendar impact. Here you have a calendar option, which will be showing us the impacted days very clearly. So this is how the Monte Carlo analysis is being done inside the OPC. And we will be using risk metrics to govern the calculations that is happening behind the Monte Carlo analysis. We can develop dashboards also. We have a risk dashboard also inside this one. Inside activities, here you have risk dashboard, where you can have the total count of risk, the impacted activities, and the schedule curve and the cost curve, etc. We move back to the slide now. This is how the Monte Carlo analysis and the impact matrix is being assigned or being handled with the Oracle Primavera Cloud. It have more, the Oracle Primavera Cloud can handle more risk analysis, but today I'll be concluding it with this one. Now in your screen, you will be having the second poll. What do you think? Can risk analysis help in better project performance? Please post your polls. Please give the vote. Yes, the poll results are with us. Yeah, most of you have voted as yes. Yeah, I also have the same opinion. If we have, we could previously determine the risk and analyze its impact, it will be easy for us to deal with the risk when it will be happening. And for that, definitely we needed 2 votes. Now, what make the other features of Oracle Primavera Cloud, like what make Oracle Primavera Cloud different from the other softwares? First one is its simplicity. As you had already seen, its UI is very simple to handle, even the risk module, and even if it is a schedule module, it is really simple to handle and easy to train and easy to learn also. The second one is it is like a one version. It is a cloud-based software, and anyone can access the software using a Wi-Fi network. And therefore, all customers will be using the same version. So that hassle of saving it into a lower version or the compatibility issue is completely removed here. Then it is a cloud-only software. Therefore, everyone, the customers doesn't have any issue with the hardware requirement or anything like that. With an URL, we can just directly start with this one, and easy for collaboration also. Then it is an integrated platform which you can manage portfolios, schedule, resources, risk, and even project documents or the files using a single platform. Moving to the conclusion, let me introduce some of our clients to whom we are providing our scheduling services and software services. These are some of our clients. IPMCS services and offerings. IPMCS will help you with implementation services for OPC, and also we will provide you with a migration support from on-premise to the cloud. Then dedicated Primavera technical support will be provided, dedicated Primavera functional and project support, hands-on training in OPC, administrative training in OPC, staff augmentation services for planning, scheduling, and administration. And other project management services like software licensing, technical support, functional support, professional and staff augmentation services, planner and scheduling services, and project services. Then the main cost management services include like training in fundamentals of traditional estimation, training in RIB, Costex, Plan Shift, and Cost OS, estimation and quantity takeoff services in pre-contract and contractual fees, functional support for estimation tool implementation in project, template creation for rate master library, BOQ workbook, dimension group as per the different standards. Then we'll provide project management trainings in MS Project, Primavera P6, Power Project and Excel Manager, Also customized training for project management, BIM, lean construction management, design management courses, also risk management and delay analysis if required. Main highlights and benefits of our trainings are online and offline interactive sessions, trained by industrial expert, opportunity to develop and meet current industry requirements, project report creation, doubt clarification sessions and assessment, course completion or internship reference letters, job reference or career guidance. This is a format of our certificate. You can search for our YouTube channel for more interesting videos like this. Thank you all. You can contact any one of the like Sharat sir, Susmita ma'am or Ravi sir for more details about the trainings and the services. And please give us a feedback on the webinar using this QR code or the link provided on the screen. And kindly post your queries in the chat box so that I can address it. Thank you all.